5 people in the wall. Cottrell. And that's what he is, Barry's free kick taker. The double flick. It's Barry Town United 1, Carmarthen Town 0. Can that be the goal that gets them to the cup final?
There's more to life than this.
At Jenner Park, preparations are underway on the eve of Barry Town United's first cup final in over a decade. After coming through the semi-final against Carmarthen, Barry were drawn against the New Saints, a remarkable turnaround as the club were forced to reform in 2013 and start from fresh in Welsh League Division 3. At the helm, guiding the team back to Division 1 and to the cup final, is manager Gavin Chesterfield.
Big day tomorrow.
Slightly.
Is this up there with the biggest days at the club?
Yeah, it has to be really. I think there's been a couple of occasions previously, being part of the Welsh Cup semi-final was a big day for the club. That was against all odds as well, for a team from Welsh League Division 1 to get that far and narrowly miss out the eventual winners. I think hosting the live game was another big occasion for the club, But in terms of one-off games, getting to a National Cup final, live on TV, that's the biggest game since I've been at the club.
Have you felt the pressure at all over the last couple of weeks?
No. Look, it's a difficult question to answer because naturally the situation dictates that you're the underdog, all right. But in terms of the pressure, this is why we play football. We train hard through all sorts of weathers, through countless many years, and rarely do adult players get to a cup final, and it's our chance tomorrow to give and show our best selves. If we can show our best selves, I think that we might surprise a few people.
With the FAW rule on cup games about including youngsters,
yeah, do
you see that as a good opportunity for youngsters or a sort of kick in the teeth maybe for players who have could miss out?
I think it's a fantastic thing for youngsters. I think that the more experiences the young players can get to be around good people and good occasions, the better for their development. So tomorrow, for example, I'm allowed to carry 7 on the bench. That'll be 5 senior players plus 2 development players. Those development players, whether they get on the field or not, will have a day to remember for the rest of their lives. The hope is that they gain motivation from this experience and go on to achieve more of these types of games, hopefully for this football club. But our duty as a football club is to continue to develop young talent, and the 2 lads involved certainly deserve it.
And still in line with selection is one of the most difficult decisions you'll ever have to make as Barry Town manager.
Yeah, sadly it is. A lot of these lads have stood by me through thick and thin, and indeed this club. I am only allowed to include 16 players. We carry a relatively big squad for a reason. And tomorrow I'm going to hurt a few people. That doesn't come naturally to me. It's difficult, particularly at this level of football where people play for love, fun, enjoyment, and indeed for occasions like this. But my ultimate job is to pick the best team that I feel can go out and win a football match, and the best squad of players that will be equipped to deal with what the occasion throws at us. So whilst I will hurt people, the decisions I make are always with good intentions.
It's match day, and the club have organised a pre-match meal and a team walk on Barry Island before heading off to the final at Cardiff Met University.
We ain't here to make up no numbers. For the first 15 minutes, we're compact, we're nice and tight. We don't get giving nothing away. All right. But as I said, on the regain, enjoy the ball. Get the 2 passes, get the 3 passes, get the 4 passes. If you need to relieve pressure, relieve pressure. All right. And TJ, you're gonna have to show us some big energy up there, and Jordan needs to get close to him. But you know what? No one outside this dressing room gives us a chance. Nobody. All right. Nobody in the entire country with 3.5 million people give you a chance. But there's something inside me that says you're capable. But you've got to go and start well. You've got to defend well. You've got to do everything you can to make sure this stays a good memory for us. Yeah. Come on, in, let's go! Let's go! Come on. Enjoy it.
Good evening and welcome to the Nathaniel MG Cup final. Referee and linesman lead out 2 of Welsh football's greatest domestic teams, TNS, and welcome back to the big time, Barry Town United.
The semi-final against Carmarthen, take you back to the free kick.
Yeah.
What did you think when you stood over the ball?
Score. I think most of them, and I've had quite a few, but that's probably the best one so far.
Do you know?
I'm just glad it went in. Well, as soon as I hit it, I knew it was going to go in, but it was still quite long to go in the game as well, so we had to hang on then. But
what do you find special about Barry Town?
it's just a good club, good manager, the boys as well. There's nowhere really else to play. Well, for me anyway, I'd rather just stay here.
Big game, TNS.
Played them last time and I scored, so hopefully same again and better game this time. But we're all fitter this time around as well, so hopefully, well, I'm hoping for a good game anyway. So.
And how old are you now?
28.
So you've got a few years left in you yet then?
Yeah, no. Probably till about 30 and then I'm gone then.
You reckon?
I don't know, we'll see how. My knees are slowly on their way out, so hopefully if they stay okay, then I should be alright, but we'll have to wait and see.
Greg Draper kicks off for TNS and Nathaniel Carr's MG Cup final. And TNS, Routledge, a misplaced pass, which is a rarity. Barry on the break. Surely not early on. Nagy takes it. Oh, what an effort from Nagy in the first 10 or 15 seconds of this cup final. Chesterfield very impressed by his team start, and Harrison has to tip over Nagy's fine effort.
One day, after I started coming to watch Barry Town, I stopped supporting Cardiff City. And people, my friends, random strangers, they're coming up to me and they always ask me, oh, who do you support, Reese? And I go, I support Barry Town. I support my local team. And then some people would just laugh at me. Some people would just go, okay, yeah, who do you really support? And I went, no, I support Barry Town. I support my team. I support my local side. And the one thing I don't like at all is that there are some fans who say, and I quote, support Liverpool or support Man United. You know, they always say to me, you should support them side, you know, you should support them, that team, because they're big and successful. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what's the fun in that? I think it's clearly unfair that local teams don't get as much recognition as they should deserve to get. And for Barry Town to have such a tremendous, successful history like they have, I mean, going up again, beating Porto, of all teams, beating Porto here, I mean, winning Welsh Cup, beating Cardiff City. I mean, at one time, Barry Town were considered the best team in Wales. And, you know, it doesn't matter if Barry Town win a game, lose a game. I mean, I'm still going to be there for my team. I'm still going to show my yellow and blue colours with no problem, with no hesitation. And if one person decides again, why don't you support Manchester United? I'll just go, because I support Barry Town and I got yellow and blue blood in me.
How did you feel when the Cottrell free kick went in against Carmarthen?
You could just hear on the video me going, that's it! And then all of a sudden it goes in. Sod the drum, just start running back and forth all the time, and then it was just banging. And then it was at that time where it was all hands on deck. We were actually bending on knees, just praying, and something that we don't normally do. We're just thinking, just put ourselves on misery, you know. And when that final whistle went, I thought, history's been made, and it's going to be our time.
TNS with early possession of the ball. Should be par for the course, as it usually is in the Welsh Premier League, but Barry are a very good counter-attack inside, and can they spring any early surprises? Fahaya gets it forward. Cottrell drives inside. Gets a chance in. Great tackle there.
Hey Ben, how are you, right?
Good, you alright?
Yeah.
What do you think of the town getting into the cup final?
Well, I've got to be honest. Well proud of every single one of them. They've worked so hard to achieve where they are right now. I'm very happy for Gavin Chesterfield and Anna, and all the coaches from Mike to the Damons to Dan, the goalkeeper coach, every single one, to Ben, the physio. I'm proud of every single one of them. I'm happy for them because they work so hard on getting the team right, week in, week out. And it's great for them. And the players, well, I've never seen a bunch of lads work so hard as every single one of them. And I'm just can't wait to see them on a day because they deserve it. We got close a while back in a semi-final against Prestatyn, but didn't quite get there. But this time we're there. And I'm just, as I say to you, I'm so proud of every single one of them, which is a great achievement, really. And if they go and win the game, well, that would be even better, wouldn't it? But we're definitely there. We're definitely there, and we're going to give it our best shot. And I say I'm so proud of them. They are a cracking bunch. They really are. Good, honest bunch of players. Like some people say to me sometimes, how can we watch a kid? I said, do you know something? They're if you met these lads and you were involved in this football team, you'd understand why. I get a lot of fun with the lads and a lot of pleasure, and it's amazing. And they're, I say, they're a good bunch. They really are, and they deserve it.
Barry coping quite well so far. Lewis goes long with a kick, looking for Nagy to win the flick. It's headed back in by Rawlinson. Interception there. Drives forward, gets it inside. It's a great run. Oh, what a tremendous tackle on the edge of the box by Chris Rue. When you go to ground in the box, you've got to get it right, and he did.
Oh, it's a massive, massive game for us. I mean, being a local boy, again, the euphoria that's taken off with this cup fixture. I mean, Barry's steeped in tradition of being a very, very good team with massive, massive games in Europe and cup finals, and it's nice after what we could consider a bit of a low for the club to all of a sudden be coming out of that low, and for our first final in a long time. As far as the club is concerned, everywhere I go in the town, everybody's really excited about the prospect of playing against what is undoubtedly the team of the moment in TNS. It's for us very, very prestigious, and again it starts to put the club back on the map and getting back to where in the places that we want to be. I'd just like to congratulate everybody involved with the club, supporters, players. The players get the success they do because we've got here at the club quite a committed group of players that do things because they want success. And the only way to do it is work hard. You get your success from what you put into it, and fair dues to all the players. At the moment, they're working very, very hard in trying to achieve success for the club. I'd also like to thank the supporters and everybody involved behind the scenes. The council, we've just opened the clubhouse, and it's just a fantastic place to be at the moment, bringing us back to where we deserve and where we want to be. And at the moment, there's an awful lot of people doing a lot of work behind the scenes. You know, the program is probably as good as you'll get in this league. So all those little things are adding up into putting the players out on the pitch in the best possible way we can.
Leading up to the final, the backroom staff and players have been busy training and preparing. Although holding full-time jobs or studying for degrees, the players show their commitment to the club by training twice a week. When training is over, the players can look forward to beans on toast in the clubhouse, prepared by club supporters Kylie Young and Leanne Coslett.
No, I went to the house.
Whose idea was it to start the beans on
Who
toast?
she think? My dad. No, my dad. Yeah, he decided it'd be a good idea to let him have something to look forward to, I think. After
So
training.
I let him clean up the bean pot as token.
They've wanted to do it for ages, but I think now it's just sort of happened, hasn't it? And it is
It's
nice.
nice though.
Because some of them come from really far away. So not really far away, but far away. So they can have their food and then they haven't got to do anything when they get in then. Ah, he's cute to wash.
Oh, bread. For what?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely dreaming.
You're a good lad.
It's also a good opportunity for the players to relax, to socialise and attempt to pull themselves a well-earned pint.
Oh no.
Stick to the day job, Drew.
You having me on there?
Drew, that's horrendous, that mate. That is bad, I'll be funny, that's bad.
Look at that. It's a perfect Foster's, that is.
Do you think getting to a cup final, they're sort of punching above their weight, so to speak?
I would not punching above your weight for the side we got. I think you look across the players we got at the moment, and I think it's never punching above their weight to be where we are, and that's where we strive to be from next season. Hopefully, that's where we want to be playing these types of games every week, and hopefully we can do that. It's always nice to play one of the bigger teams. At the end of the day, they're a professional outfit. Do you know what I mean? And so we got the underdogs, but we take that, and if we play to the best of our ability, and they just play just off, then you never know what's going to happen, and hopefully we can get a win.
What does it mean to play for your hometown club?
To play for my hometown club, it means a lot, really. Never quite had the chance because of obviously I've been attached to other clubs and playing in different areas and things, but now having the chance to play for your hometown club, you see how big it is and how much it means to all the fans. I think even when I played in the Welsh Prem, you never used to get as many fans as we get sometimes at home games down here, and it's it's great. Can't fault it.
It's Routledge to take the free kick, gets it wide to Ryan Price. Price. Brobble loves cutting inside from the wing. Brobble, great ball outside to Price. Price goes down the line, whips it across. Chance here, great save, Lewis. It's kicked off the line, I think, by Paul Morgan. Great defending once more by Barrytown, and they stay at 0-0. Here's the replay. Price gets to the line, pulls it back. I think it's Darlington. Great save from Mike Lewis and a great clearance from Morgan.
Hopped over the wall just by there as a young teenager to watch my first game. So yeah, it's about 34 years now. I think it was a cup game with Tom Pentra.
What's been your favourite memories over those 34 years?
That cup game with Tom Pentra, and then you got the big FA Cup game then with Reading a year later. Then another big cup game then with Swansea. I think it was either the same year or the year after that. Obviously all the European adventures and the cups and everything, but I got to be honest, it's the latest incarnation of the Barrytown United that's given the best, I think the most pleasure in a way, because we feel that it's ours, it's the town's once again, you know. It is completely transformed. I think the ethos of the club, you know, everybody's got the same goal. Everybody wants to be as professional as they can. You know, from the girls and the ladies teams, disability teams, or the youth teams you see out here. You know, they'll be given a game, I think, half time to the seniors. So a proper one club ethos, and the fact that, you know, the supporters own the club and we do everything ourselves, fantastic. It can't be beaten. The cup final for me personally is just a real sweetener to the development we've had over the past few years. But it's not the be-all and end-all. I know that's a bit controversial because it's a cup final and we haven't been in one for like 14 years. Everybody's going to enjoy it. They're a real tough professional outfit, TNS. Everybody's got huge respect for the new Saints. But our end goal is promotion this year. It has to be promotion. And then we can play the likes of TNS, you know, every week.
Just starting to dictate affairs now, TNS. They've been resolute all afternoon, Barry, looking to get goals on the break. The TNS just getting it into passing game, going, what a ball, that is Brobble. Brobble beats his man, Brobble in the far corner. What a save, Mike Lewis. He's having one of them afternoons, Mike Lewis. What a turn round that is, goes for the corner, but a big man keeping Barry Town right in this cup final. Brilliant save, Lewis.
They are a good side, and have improved since we played them last year, because they signed that centre half from Scotland. And I saw them on the box and they looked awesome. I thought, oh, but and of course they're fitter. I mean, as you know, I don't know if you saw the game up here last year, but the first half we matched them. Second half they just got on top and we went backwards and backwards and backwards, sort of thing, with sheer fitness. And as I say, they're a good football inside. I'm not knocking them for that. But I have hopes, because we got some very good players. If they can all perform at their peak, and TNS are a little bit off.
As a football club, what does Barry Town mean to you?
It means a lot. I've been seeing these faces for 3 times a week for the past six years now, so they almost become like a second family to you. So yeah, they're there whether you like it or not.
And 25 is quite young for a captain. I don't know if you'd agree with that. Yeah. What age were you when you were made captain?
21 when I was made captain.
And did you think that, was it quite daunting?
It was a shock. I wasn't expecting it. But I had a good chat with Gav, and he said that he thought it would bring the best out of me and that I could give something to the club. So yeah, it was an honour, definitely.
And the final, the MG Nathaniel Cup final coming up, will that be your biggest moment in a Barry Town shirt?
Definitely up there, yeah. I've been lucky to be part of a very successful Barry team over the last couple of years, winning back-to-back promotions from Division 3, Division 2 and back into Division 1. And again, we were successful last season, although we finished second. But this is definitely up there. I think as a player you want to reach cup finals and you want to ultimately lift trophies. So if we can do that on the 21st, this will definitely be one of those highlights.
I got involved with Barry Town about 4 or 5 years ago. Gavin Chesterfield, the football manager, contacted me at the time. They were having a problem with the present owner and asked me to become involved and help possibly with the club.
When did that involvement turn into sponsorship?
Nearly mostly straight away, to be honest with you. I'd done a little bit with Barry Town before that, and I've become a shirt sponsor of them in basically the 4 or 5 years before. And I've continued doing that with Barry Town, either being shirt sponsor or being for the second team shirt sponsorer, and I've helped them with other things as in the clubhouse and stuff like that.
And do you think it's important for local businesses such as yourself to support local football teams?
I think if you're passionate about football, I think definitely. I used to spend a few pounds and money with Cardiff City Football Club, but to be honest with you, I think clubs like Barry Town need it more. And when not a lot of businesses maybe come forward. And let's be honest, Barry is very much a residential town. It's probably one of the biggest towns now in Wales, but there's not a lot to service it with, but more housing with people living there. I think for what businesses are, it is important if you've got a passion with football that you come forward. But don't get me wrong, I also do Barry Rugby Club, and I do a lot of other things with LDS Motor Factors.
And do you see this coming game as one of Barry's biggest in recent times?
I think so, yeah. I think being in the final from many years ago when they were used to it, in the glory days, if you want to call it, it's certainly, you know, at the end of the day, is trying to get Barry back on the foot mark. And, you know, if Barry can turn around at the end of the day and go on to maybe getting the Premiership, which I think is very important as well. But this is a good stage, because I think any final, I think when you're playing, is nice to be in.
I've supported the town for a long time, but on the board side of things and on helping to raise funds for the last 5 years, and ever since then I've become more and more involved and become a real passion for me. I've got so much respect for the club and a real passion that has drawn me a lot away from a big Cardiff City fan to being a Barry Town fan, and a lot of respect for Gavin and Hannah and Dave and all the rest of the committee. And I really think the club is going a lot of places. I'd be real proud to be a part of all that for the club. Heavily involved more this year than ever in raising funds for the first team, and we're also doing a lot for charities and other events for the community of Barry, and it means a lot to me being a Barry boy, and my business is in Barry, and Barry's done well for me, so I feel like I really want to give something back to Barry, and especially to Barry Town Football Club, being a big football fan myself.
It's half-time in the Nathaniel Cars Cup final. Barry Town United 0, TNS 0. Barry upsetting all the predictions so far of a massive win for TNS.
You go pedal to the metal, you get in people's faces, and you make sure that you defend with your lives. I ain't the type of manager that's happy to go and be a part of a final and lose 1-0. You're in the game, and you've had a few chances from set pieces and counter-attacks where you can go and get something. Believe in yourselves a little bit more, because you're good players, all right? And show me, when you start showing a little bit of stature to play in the game, trust me, they'll start to drop off a little bit as well, because they're not used to it. Now, there's some key things that we just need to cover quickly on here, right? So, Stevie, can you call the lads? Dame, can you cover them? But listen up. When we get on one side, we stay one side. We stop the switch. If we can't do it, then we protect the middle, all right? And if we need to bring them, we got the boys on the bench who know what to do, all right? And I know you're that good, and we'll bring them on and they can impact upon the game. You all with us, yeah? Come on, let's go. Come on.
I'm the club secretary, which means I'm responsible for all the arranging of games, basically the day-to-day running of the football club. But I'm also, on top of that, I'm the academy administrator and also the domestic licence officer.
A cup final, do you think this has happened sooner than maybe it should have or could have?
It may come a bit too soon for us, but look, you've got to give it a go, haven't you? They've just broken the world record for the number of consecutive wins, so it just shows the quality of the team that they have. Role reversal, when you think back in 94, I think it was, 95, somewhere around there, when at Llansan Pride, they beat Barry Town, the full-time professional football club, in a Welsh Cup final. Now, role reversal time, who knows?
What do you think has been the driving force for Barry Town getting to the cup final and doing so well in the league?
One person, Gavin Chesterfield. End of.
Barry Town supporters in the stand, as always, right behind their team. One of the best sets of fans in Welsh football. And there's Cottrell. Superb effort from Cottrell. He is in and out of this game, and he's causing trouble every time he gets the ball.
When I was first starting to manage this football club, it was very difficult. And one of the major things that attracted players here, apart from the facilities and the prestige of playing for a club like this, was the atmosphere that the supporters bring. So I don't think they understand how important they were to me, particularly in the early days in terms of recruitment of players. We don't lose too many players, thankfully, and the reason for that is that they play in good facilities, they're treated very well by the club, they're respected, and the supporters create a memorable atmosphere. Any player worth his salt will want to be a part of that. But our following is ardent, vociferous, fiercely loyal, and passionate. And as any manager, I'm very, very privileged to have that behind me. You know, and I feel that every single game. But what's important you've got to understand is that, you know, the health of our supporters is in the amount of young people that we're attracting to games now, because that's the future. You know, it's so important for me when I look around in the stands and I see some of the children, you know, in their kit. I see them associating with some of the players out on the field, and they're our supporters as well, and they create a bit of a noise, you know. So at the moment we've got a lovely blend of old guys who have literally been with the club 70, 80 years, some of them, and they can tell you stories that you can listen to for hours. But then you've also got then the young kids who are coming through who are, you know, tomorrow's going to be their first memory of a cup final for Barry. You know, so the health of the club is quite vibrant. But as I said earlier, we've got a duty as a club to continue that, both on and off the field.
Headed away by Rawlinson, the back flick goes the wrong way. That's tremendous tackling. I think his Sadler gets it through. Cottrell, can he get a one-on-one? Picks it up on the edge. Defenders peeling off him. Cottrell! Oh! Slams the bar. Cottrell, his head is in the air. He knows that could have been the defining moment. Chesterfield looks cool. Cottrell, great tackle from Sadler. Cottrell 1-2. Great lay off Nagy. Drops his shoulder, leaves 4 defenders for dead. TNS break the other end on the edge. Chiselvis gets a shot off. Lewis, one save and hooks it out for the corner. Having one of them big days, Mike Lewis. TNS again forging forward. The substitute Sargent on the edge. Oh, what a finish, Sargent. No chance for the big man in goals. And super sub Sargent puts TNS 1-0 ahead in the final. Sargent on the edge again, the substitute. Threads the ball through. What a finish by Adrian Chiselvis. Great skill from Sargent, making a brilliant cameo appearance. Barry must keep their heads up. They've been brilliant all afternoon. Mustn't let it slip now. They don't deserve a hiding. Sargent gets a shot off, gets a deflection, and he'll claim a hat-trick. Very unfair for me for Barry Town. 4-0. Their fans still stick by their team. They've had a beautiful afternoon in the cup final, and they can be proud of their season and their appearance in the cup final this afternoon. TNS 4, Barry 0.
So yeah, it's a couple of days after the final, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind few days. I think for me the boys delivered. We lost 4-0. There's no getting away from it. But the atmosphere afterwards, the performance, the being in the game for 79 minutes, I suppose nobody gave us a chance to that. And for us as supporters, it was just a marvellous occasion. Barry turned out in his force, being in the clubhouse beforehand, seeing sort of 200 supporters waiting to catch their buses, seeing 700 supporters, now children, all the kids in the game. It was just phenomenal. I stood at the back of the stand for the majority of the game. I couldn't sit down. I was too nervous. And I stood with some of the minis coaches and seeing them all in their kit, knowing what it means to them, seeing them as anxious as we were to get something out of it. But more than anything, it was coming back here afterwards, coming in the clubhouse and seeing how proud everyone was of the lads. And for me, they were just magnificent throughout the game. And what it said to me is how much of a positive contribution we could make to the Welsh Premier League. And, you know, 4 years ago, sort of when we were in court, if I'd sat here and said we were going to get to a National Cup final this year and the players would potentially be on the cusp of Welsh Premier League, then I wouldn't have laughed, but I probably would have said we need to have a little bit of realism about us. It's amazing to see how far they've come. Incredible to see the journey the whole club have been on, not just the players, Gavin, the supporters. They all work so hard to make sure that we get everything we possibly can. So I suppose the next steps for us now is to get the domestic licence, which Dave Cole's working really hard on, and push for the sort of last 12, 15 games of the season, and try and get on the cusp of the Premier League. Really, that's the main aim for us.
Following the final, Barry Town's run in the league has landed them in top spot. A win at home to Goitre United would secure promotion back to the Welsh Premier League 13 years after being relegated.
There are the fans who followed them all season. What a big night this is for Barry Town. 1 foot back in the big time. Can they seal it this evening? Cottrell puts a free kick in. Keeper comes and punches. I think it drops. Luke Cooper. What a start to the evening for Barry Town United. And it's a central defender, Luke Cooper. Barry Town United 1. Goitre United 0. Corner comes in. Tremendous header from Tyrell Webb. Brilliant corner from Chris Hugh. Double flick and 2-0. Barry Town United. Great header from Webb. Tremendous header to give Barry a second goal. Drew Fahaya to take a penalty. Fahaya. Brilliant penalty from Fahaya. He's had a great season for Barry. Gets a third goal for his hometown club. What a season it's been for Chesterfield. Referee blows the final whistle. Brilliant to see Barry back in the Welsh Premier League. Damon Searle, Mike Coslet, Damien Flynn and the likes have been tremendous over the last 4 or 5 seasons for Barry.
We are going up, we are going up. 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 We are going up, we are going up.
It's great for the fans and the club. It's a fantastic achievement. Fantastic. Get in there. Let's go and win it now. We need to win it now.
Yeah!
How do you encapsulate that? I am a football romantic. 12 of those lads stuck by us when we didn't even have a shirt to play in. And for them to encapsulate and complete that first circle is just unbelievable, really. The boys have been through a lot, but I think they're better people for it. We're all privileged, hugely privileged to work for this football club. You see with the support base there is tonight and the thirst there is for football in the Welsh Premier League. Barry deserves a place at that top table, and I'm proud to say that these boys have delivered that place. We can't rest on our laurels. It starts now. We want to go in the Welsh Premier League and compete. We don't want to. This club deserves better, so we want to go and set our stall out and enjoy the challenge.
Overwhelmed with it all, and just.
Don't cry, Dave.
It's easier said than done, unfortunately. Probably the most emotional day in football in my life. Taking us 4 years to get there. 4 years from oblivion, and here we are back in the Welsh Premier. I mean, unbelievable.
That day you stood in the court in Cardiff, did you foresee this day?
Never. I didn't even think we'd have a football club, never mind being a Welsh Premier again. remember giving a talk to somebody, the Barry, in a memorial hall, and say, you know, thinking that in a few years' time, I'd like to see Barry Town back in Europe. It was a pipe dream. So, and here we are, on the cusp of the Welsh Premier. Christ Almighty, never believed it.
1 week later, Barry Town were confirmed as Welsh League Division 1 champions, and in front of a bumper crowd at Jenner Park, were presented with a trophy.
Incredible, stunning. About 950 attendants, just and there's the Welsh Division 1 trophy, and we're going up to the Welsh Premier. Get in.
The feelings are incredible, and I think no, it's great to be. It's a great day to be a Barry Town United fan, and it's a fantastic feeling ever just to be part of something special. And knowing the fact that you support a team that are going back to the Welsh Premier League after 14 years absence, it's incredible. And I'm literally gobsmacked because, you know, I've always been pinching myself thinking it's a dream, but it's not a dream, it's real, it's real to me. And I can't wait for the Welsh
Barry Chuckle, Barry Chuckle.
That's how I feel. Up the town, come on!
We were here, when was it? 2013?
2013,
and they would
yeah.
not even, they wouldn't let us kick a ball.
No.
And now,
we're kicking a ball.
Look at this. The place is just galvanised, and we're on the up. And it ain't stopping here. Come on, boys, let's do it.
Brilliant. We're very happy, yeah, very happy. It's great where we belong. And we belong with Welsh Premier League, so that's where 30 years, and it's really brilliant. That's where we belong. So thank you very much, guys.
We are going up, say we are going up. We are going up, say we are going up.
I can remember the day 8 or 9 years ago when this kid with a clipboard and a stopwatch came to the club and took over. His name was Gavin Chesterfield, and I got to say at the time, didn't know what to expect, but without a shadow of doubt, him and Hannah, his wife, have probably made an absolute humongous impact on this club, and I'd just like to thank them on camera as well. That if it wasn't for them, this club would probably be down the road. So well done, Gav, and well done, Hannah.
Balls.